All right, I have this Cub Cadet lawnmower at 42-inch deck. The year is 2017. I'm going to be showing you how to take the deck off and put a new deck belt on. This one don't need it, but I will be just showing you how to do it. And if you would open the hood up on your Cub Cadet, let me see if I can find it here. It is deck belt. There's your part number that you would need. That would be the size of the belt. All right, so once you get your belt, you want to drop your deck as low as you can go. So, and I got it as low as it can go. Makes it easier getting them pins out. All right, so I'm on the side of the mower, which there's a clip right here. Kind of got to pull down. Once you get past there, so you just pull that down and it comes past on hooks because that's what keeps it from vibrating off. Just watch your fingers and pull that away from your mower deck. Don't get your fingers in there. So now we're gonna go to the other side. All right, so now we came to this side here. There's a pin here you want to pull out. Pull that away from the mower deck, get it ready to drop. Then go up to the front here. And there's this pin here. Same thing, you push down and pull at the same time. And that will come off. Go ahead and slip that down. Now there's this belt here we're gonna have to get off. But it just slides. We're gonna have to there's a bolt right here. We're gonna have to loosen this bolt. All right, so this bolt is 8mm socket. I guess I better go the right way first. So now what that does, it lets your belt loose. So, that rod does go to the other side to a hole. So it just will fall out as you see. We just got to make sure we get it in the right hole when we go put it back on. So that's what holds that belt on from letting it fall off the pulley here. So now I'm ready to pull the deck out. All right, before I do pull the deck out, I'm going to lift that handle back up for the deck to lift it all the way up so it moves them rods out away from that deck. Now, we don't want to get crazy by pulling this out because there's a cable that runs to here to engage your deck. So you want to be careful where you don't mess that up. And it's pretty right here. Let me show you. All right, so here's the cable. So you have to get this pin out. I gotta push that deck back in there a little bit. All right, so let me make sure since I hit the camera. Yeah. So, all right, so once you get that clip out, you just take your cable. You kind of got to pull kind of hard. I'm hitting that mower deck and it keeps on messing with the camera. Let's see. You pull it back. You gotta get it past this plastic or this metal right here. Man. Usually they're not this difficult. There we go. So I had to pull on that really hard to get past that slide. So just be careful you don't get your fingers. Now there's a spring right here. I'm gonna try to pull this deck out so you see a little bit better. See the spring? You gotta get that out of that hole right here. Well, There. You just got to get this part of the spring above this metal, and it slides up and out. So once you get that, now I'm going to set that back behind there, and then I'll be able to pull this mower deck all the way out now. Alright, so now we got it from underneath the mower. Alright, so we got to get these off, which that's 8mm socket. So there's 3 bolts here and 3 bolts on this side. And let's see, after you get the 3rd one off, they come up, and that's, you gotta get them off because that's what holds the deck belt on. Keeps the belt from falling off the pulley. There's that one off there. And while you're here, you know, if you got stuff on your deck, go ahead and blow it off. And while you're at it, check your mower blades, which I know these mower blades are good to see, you know, if they need to be changed or not. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and start taking these off these pulleys. This one you got to pull on a little bit because it's against that one. And you should be able to pull that past this arm right here. Just like this side, do the same. And see, the belt's off. Now, when you go get your new belt, which I showed you the part number that was on the hood, once you got your new belt, so this is the way it goes. Set it like this, go around these pulleys, and rule of thumb. See how this belt's it has a V and it's flat here? And see this pulleys? These are V's. So obviously you want your V part of your belt on the V part of the pulleys. Now, see, these are the tensioner pulleys, and they're flat. So flat pulleys always go back behind, or it goes on the back side of the belt, the flat side. Same thing on this side. Just like that. And then, you know, like I said, flat side there. Make sure that belt stays in between these 2 areas right here. And make sure that belt stays over here and not go near this. Alright, so now we're ready to put these back on. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tighten them up. So we got that tightened. I'm going to go ahead and slide this deck in there, which make sure you grab your cable and your spring so when you go slide the deck underneath there, you're not taking it again. Alright, let me adjust this camera again. Alright, so I slid the deck halfway underneath there. Now we want to take this spring and go underneath that rod and underneath that belt. We'll go ahead and just get it pushed down there and slid back in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this deck in there a little more to get the rest of it put in there. Let me see if I get you closer. Alright, now this is going to be the fun part. Like I said, I was struggling earlier getting this cable put on there. So, just going to have to hold that deck and pull on that. And it goes right back in the slots there. There's a slotted area where this cable will go through and go in, and then you get the plastic piece put in there. Now, there's this little piece right here, which it don't matter, but all right, we want to go ahead. Where are we at? Make sure that you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and get this clip put back in. There's a hole right there. Don't lose your clip. All right, so we got that put on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish pushing this underneath. I gotta move everything though. All right, so once you get it somewhat close enough, go ahead and drop your deck, drop everything back down again so we can get things hooked up. We're gonna start up front here. We're gonna get the belt on first. Let's just put that on there, and then we gotta get this put on there, which on the other side, there's a hole. It'll be the first one. Make sure your belt's in the pulley before you put this in there. That goes into that hole there. We're going to go ahead and get that bolt in there. Be finished with that. All right. So, and then we're going to go ahead and get this put on there. Then we go to the back. And we'll get lighting. Now, hopefully, say like this, you're going to have to pick the bar up. That's going to be slid over and back. And you may have to pick the deck up a little bit. Just watch your fingers, just in case the mower blades move a little bit, that you don't get your fingers caught in there. So now we're ready to go to the other side. And put the other clip on the other side. Alright, so we're going to head, this one lined up really nice. We're going to head and get this clip put back in. Just like that. Now, that bar that goes along here, you see, that bar goes into this hole right here on this side. The very first hole right by the motor right here. And then it runs on the other side and then you bolt that. That's where that goes. And then we're going to head, we got it all done. We're going to head and lift our mower deck up to whatever height you prefer. And there you go. You're ready to go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.